Hey guys, it's Tom Marcus here, and today we are back with another video. And if you couldn't tell by the title, today's video is my review on the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie that just came out. As of recording this video, I just got back from watching it. I saw it Thursday the 4th at 4 o'clock. I literally played Night Shift to Polly's, which was my previous video. I literally uploaded it and left the house and went to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Now, I know it says it comes out the 5th, but I guess you could see it the 4th. I don't know. I guess. I saw it the 4th. Before I get into anything, this entire video is my opinion. So if you disagree with anything in this, feel free to disagree. It's a free world. Do what you want. If you like something, that's great. That's good for you. I'm glad that you can like it. Okay? The reason fiction is here and the reason entertainment is a thing is so people can like it. And not everyone is going to like everything that you like. Now, I'm just going to run around the Pizzaplex while talking in this video because I don't really see the need to make a kind of a big deep dive video into it because it's not what this is. This is just my opinion. I promised I was going to give my opinion, and I'm going to give my opinion. So, what do I think about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie? And before I get to that, I want to say that I liked the first one. I liked the first movie a lot. A lot of it, me liking it, was nostalgia and being happy that we're finally getting a movie. But I still don't think Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is that offensive. I don't think it's too crazy from the source material. I don't think it's that bad of a film. Now, it has its problems, sure. But it is not the worst thing in the world. It's definitely not the worst. Trust me, I've seen a lot of bad movies in my lifetime. But Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movie, in my opinion, is one of the worst things I've ever wasted my time on. Now, before you go into the comments and call me a hater and a pessimist, just let me speak my piece. And I'm sure I won't change anyone's mind with this video. I doubt anyone will barely even watch it, but I promised I was going to give my review regardless of the thing. So let me tell you the situation. Let me tell you the lore here. Now, I have been excited, looking forward to this movie literally the second I walked out of the theater for FNAF 1. I knew they were going to make a second one. It made a lot of money. Even though it was free on Tubi the same day, everyone knew they was going to make a sequel. And plus, we've known this for years. We knew that they were going to make another one. So, I have been excited for this movie for years. I've been excited since it came out, the first one. And I'm just happy that we're getting Five Nights at Freddy's movies in general, okay? So, when I sat down in the theater today, I was already sold on the film. I didn't need any, I was already going to see it. I was, I was excited. I thought that this movie was going to be so good. It had a better budget. They promised to up the ante a little bit. They said this was bigger and better. I watched it. I almost left halfway through. I do not like this movie. I've seen some people share the same sentiment as me, and I've seen a lot of people who love it. Again, if you like it, I am so glad that you can like this. I'm very glad that you can like something. Okay? I'm not trying to diminish anyone's opinions. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. I'm just telling you what I think. Because to be truthful with you, I expected to make this video and gush the entire time on how good this film was and how good the lore is. But guys, I'm here to tell you, it's not a good movie. It's not. In my opinion, it's not. There's a lot of problems with it. But before I get into the problems, I do kind of want to get into the stuff I like. Because there are some things that I like, but they're not many. Number one, I love the way the movie was made. You can tell that, they really tried when it came to the props and sets and the way everything is made. I love the props. I love the animatronics. They look amazing. The wizards are, or the prototypes, I guess that's what they're called now, are literally some of the coolest things I've ever seen. And the toys look pretty good too. But that is pretty much it. The acting is pretty good, but the line delivery, the lines that the Blumhouse made them read are ridiculous. And it's really goofy. And yes, I know I said literally in one of my last videos, Five Nights at Freddy's is a goofy series. Yes, it's goofy as hell. Everyone knows Five Nights at Freddy's is goofy, but when it gets serious, it gets serious. But I'm not going to sit here and act like Five Nights at Freddy's has always been some gore fest. I don't mind not having that much gore in it. I don't mind that. They did get a little more gory in this movie, but really not by much. I'm not really concerned about that. I would just prefer a good story over anything else, right? That's what we all want at the end of the day, is a good story. This story is not good at all. It's my biggest problem with the film. It's just, I could not get behind it. The changes they made from the games. And I know the first one changed a lot of stuff about the lore. But it wasn't that offensive. This stuff is so off the walls different that it's basically not the same characters. My biggest issue with the film is the way they handled the puppet. I cannot... Okay, I'm going to give a disclaimer right now. I don't know if I've cussed already in this video, but I'm so angry that this movie is so bad. I am so mad about how bad this fucking movie is. I'm so angry on how bad this movie is. I'm sorry, I'm gonna swear in this video. Because of how mad I am. Because of how disappointed I am. The marionette is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in any movie ever. And I've seen Jason Goes to Hell. I've seen Jason X. I've seen a lot of stupid horror movies. I've seen Killer Tomatoes, Basket Case, Jack Frost. I've seen a lot of stupid movies. Okay? But the marionette is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. She can now possess people, which is one of the dumbest, literally one of the dumbest things I ever saw. I thought it was like a take on like the way Ennard went inside of Michael. Yeah, Michael. We'll get to frickin' Michael, because what a butcher of a character. But I thought it was kind of that thing, but it literally happens to Abby, who is the main character. I was like, okay, so there's no way they're killing off Abby then, right? I thought they just were gonna kill the ghost hunter girl. I don't even remember her name in the beginning of the movie. But no, it's just like a spirit. Last time I checked, guys, the marionette is still a physical object. It's not a ghost. It actually doesn't even stay a ghost until it burns in the FNAF 6 location. Which you're probably saying, well, piece of time, it's not the same canon as the games. It's not. It's not the same. It's different stories. Okay, I understand that, but when you change the source material so much, it's not the source material anymore. This just feels like a horror movie idea with Five Nights at Freddy's characters in it. It has nothing to do with the original story. It's just so bad. It's so freaking bad. Like I said, I wanted to leave halfway through of watching it. I legit could not stand this movie. I will not give it a rewatch. I will not be rewatching clips. I will not be doing anything. I don't ever want to see this movie ever again. That is how bad I hate this film. The marionette is so it can possess people, and it can make people levitate, and it gives them spooky eyes and the freaking marionette arms. That is so dumb. I am sorry, but that is so dumb. No. You can't even make any excuses. It's not the puppet. It's not. At least, as far as I know, it's not the puppet. The puppet has never been able to do that. I don't even know if any character's ever been able to do that. The closest thing, like I said, is Ennard going into Michael's body. But Michael was an empty corpse. It would actually made sense on why Ennard did that. Ennard didn't just go inside of Michael while he was alive and then turn into mist when it decided to leave his body. No, that's stupid. That is beyond stupid. I can't stand the frickin' marionette in this film. And that's the worst part, is because that is the villain of this film. So the villain of this film, it's just so bad. It's so bad. I can't stand it. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. It literally made me hate the movie. The scene I saw when the marionette took over the ghost hunting girl at somewhat like the middle part of the movie, I literally audibly said, "What? What? That's the direction we're taking? Seriously?" And okay, so done with the marionette rant, because if I keep talking about her, I'm gonna keep going and it's gonna be garbage. Last thing I will say, the Charlotte death, how Charlotte dies. I actually, now see, I would have preferred the original, where she gets locked outside and dies. That's a lot more meaningful to me. But this, yeah, this, you can forget about meaning with this movie, because this movie does not care about character development. It does not care about arcs. It does not care about anything but just pushing the sequel along just so they can make a third one, which is ridiculous and lazy. This movie has no character development. No one is a different character than what they are at the beginning of the film. They just know more information. That's it. No one changes. No one learns a lesson. Nothing. Literally nothing. They are only setting up for a third movie. And which is cool. I mean, it's fine. MCU does it all the time. But the fact that literally barely anything is wrapped up in this is just so stupid. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I cannot stand it. And a lot of people are probably going to argue with me that, you know, it's a sequel. They're saving all the stuff for the third one, and it's going to be the ending. That's just not how a story is written. A story, even if it's a minor change, the characters should have at least went through some kind of arc. This story shouldn't be able to just, but you have to watch this in order to enjoy this. No, that's not how films work. You should be able to enjoy it regardless of a sequel or not. So that is a huge gripe I have as well. The biggest gripe, like I've kind of already exampled, is the changes that they made to the story and the lore. One of the characters that I could not stand in this movie and wanted literally, like, it was literally like, this is when I really got angry in the film. I really got angry around the time when Abby got took over. The last 30 minutes of the film are the worst, are like the actual worst. It's this like it's just so stupid. It's so stupid. I literally cannot stand it. They butchered my boy Michael so bad. And it physically pains me that they did my boy Michael so bad in this film. Michael, in my opinion, was one of the most underrated characters in Five Nights at Freddy's. He is my top 3. He's probably 2. He's number 2 on my list of Five Nights at Freddy's characters. I love Michael Afton so much. Because unlike all the characters in these games, Michael is the only one, to me, who has a valuable story to tell and a valuable character arc. At the beginning, when we meet him in FNAF 4, he's a bully to his brother, Evan, or a crying child, or whatever you want to call him. And he causes his brother to get bit, which he blames himself for because it was his fault. His father blames Michael, and I don't want to get too much into the theories and stuff, but this is kind of surface level stuff that we kind of know is pretty true in the games. And what does Michael do? He goes into the bunker, he does what his dad told him to do, and he gets scooped, but then he survives. He becomes a husk, right? Well, he doesn't survive. He's dead. But he becomes a husk, right? And he decides that he is so mad at his father for everything that he has done that he's going to go and atone for his father's mistakes. And that's exactly what he does. He goes to the FNAF 1 location, burns it down, yeah. And then he goes and faces his father in FNAF 3. He burns the place down, but it doesn't kill him. Henry reaches out to him. They kind of do that, and everyone dies in the FNAF 6 location. Even though Security Breach kind of ruins all of that, I still think that is just such a great ending, at least to Michael's story. Maybe not Afton, but at least to Michael's story. Michael's story has such a good character arc, because we just see he is the main character. Like it or not, he's the main character of the series. Like it or not, he's the main character of the series. Some could maybe argue Afton is, but let's be honest, it's Michael. Michael is the main character of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, at least. Everything that has happened, all happened because of Michael. He is the main character. But he's not like that in this film. No. He's not like that in this film. He's not like that in this film at all. Instead, he's some crazed lunatic who wants to carry on his father's work. And he's like some creepazoid. That is not Michael. That is a complete butcher of a character. I could not stand the fact that they did that to him. I am so mad that they did that to him. That is a butchering of a character. That is horrible. That is horrible. And the only reason they made him like that, is just so they could have the little scene where he says, Vanessa, we are our father's children. We have a duty to do what he wants us to do, to continue his legacy. The only reason they did that is just so Vanessa could have her dream where William said, you are my daughter, I own you, or whatever. They just only made that, literally they only made that just so Michael could say that, and it would mean something, quote unquote mean something, because it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It really freaking doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't. Now it's insinuated in the prologue or whatever at the beginning of the film. It's insinuated that Vanessa, and assuming Michael as well, knew about the murders the entire time, and maybe even helped. Now I don't mind that. I don't really mind that. It's not really that offensive, but it's just not. No, I don't really like that. It's kind of, maybe they don't help, but there is no way when Vanessa grabs Charlotte and says, no, don't go back there, she 100% knows what her father is doing. So, I don't know, maybe they're insinuating that Vanessa helps William at least lure kids in the back. I don't know. But Michael has this like stupid little thing towards the end. He just somehow finds the house, like Mike's house. I mean, maybe he used the trackers on the animatronics, but whatever. He just shows up there and he's like, we need to carry on our father's legacy. Half this town will be dead by morning. Oh my God. So the main villain, even though Charlotte's kind of the main villain, I guess they kind of bounce between that. Is it Michael or is it Charlotte? Obviously they're working together because Michael sacrifices those ghost people at the beginning of the film to Charlotte for her to inhabit somebody, which is still really dumb. And also, that's another thing. Why is Charlotte evil? Why? Why have her and Golden Freddy kind of switched places in this? Why? I don't understand. Why? What was the need for that? Why? And by the way, Golden Freddy just doesn't even fucking appear in this, which is just like, wow. But Charlotte is supposed to be the protector. She was supposed to guide the souls into the animatronics. She protects them. They don't know what's going on. They're like animals. But she's aware. She says it in Ultimate Custom Night multiple times. She's like their protector, the marionette pulling all the strings. It's so poetic. It means something. It means something. And I guess they kind of do it in this film, but the toys aren't inhabited by anyone. They're just AI and she's controlling them. And I guess it's debated in the games if it's even like that, but the fact that she had nothing to do with the 5 of the original pizzeria is so dumb. It's so dumb. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. It's a butcher of her character. Every single character in this film, their counterpart in the games is completely opposite to what they are in the film. Michael is evil. Charlotte is evil. Golden Freddy is a good guy and wants to let go of his anger and rage. And all the original 5, they die at the end, or not die, but their souls get released and they go to heaven. What? That is not Golden Freddy at all. It's pretty much confirmed in Ultimate Custom Night. Golden Freddy is keeping William Afton alive in hell just so he can keep tormenting him. But Charlotte seems to just want it all to be over with. She just wants it to be done. She wants everyone to rest, just like she does in that one FNAF 3 ending. She puts them all to rest. She wants everyone to go to rest. But Golden Freddy, the vengeful spirit, the one you shouldn't have killed, won't let Afton go. That is like another poetic area in the games where they just completely neglect. Completely neglect. They completely rewrite it. So Golden Freddy's butchered in this, even though he's in it for maybe 30 seconds. Charlotte's butchered in this. Michael is butchered in this. Everyone in this film, their original counterpart, is butchered, maybe except for William. But William, you can't change William, because if you change William, there's going to be an uproar. You can't make William a tormented hero or a tormented villain. You know, he's just evil. He's plain evil. He's a bad guy. He is a bad guy. So those are my biggest problems with the film, is the way they treated the new coming characters. Now, some people are definitely going to argue, and I've seen it on TikTok, you know, this is a different story, this is a different way, their direction they're taking in the games. First of all, that should not be an excuse for bad character writing, because they're all horribly written. All of them. They're all horribly written. Especially Michael. They're all horribly written. So let's how about we not sacrifice originality or let's not sacrifice good character writing for originality. That is stupid. This film would have been just fine if they kept the characters exactly how they're supposed to be in the games. But what am I saying here? What are you saying, Pizza Time? Do you want the games and the movies to be the exact same thing? That would be kind of boring. No, I don't want them to. But I don't want them to change it so much that they're not even the same characters. That is dumb. That is very stupid. It's very dumb. It's not good writing. Okay? I definitely think maybe they can switch some things up, but not major character beats and character arcs and growth and character traits. Every single character is different. That is so stupid, guys. Come on. That is so dumb. You can't sit here and tell me that Golden Freddy, Charlotte, and Michael are written better in the movie than they are in the games. There's no way. No way. And I'm not even getting into theory territory. I'm pretty much going with just facts. Golden Freddy is a vengeful spirit. Fact. Michael Afton is the hero. Fact. Charlotte is a life giver and a protector of the animatronics. Fact. Charlotte does not care about the animatronics in this. She does not care about the souls that are in the other animatronics. She only cares about herself and getting revenge. That is not the puppet. That is not Charlotte, Emily. You can't have Henry's speech now. From FNAF 6, you can't. You can't. You can't have his speech now. That, to me, is the biggest sin this movie does. That is the biggest sin. Biggest sin. I can't look past it. It's a bad movie. It's bad. It's really bad. And I haven't even gotten into some of the really, really bad stuff. I kind of went over the stuff that I think is just really bad. Okay, I've kind of went into that. Let's go into some stuff that is just bad, but not so offensive, even though the last thing is. Number one of the other things I hate really bad in this film, the lines. The lines to me either are trying to be memes, trying to be quotes. None of the line delivery in this film is natural. None of it. I hate all of it. The teacher is mean for literally no reason other than just to get killed. He's written completely unrealistically. That is just not how... And I guess it's not a huge deal that he's written that way. It's not. It's not really a big deal. But it just kind of goes to show on how goofy and this movie is. Now, you could argue that, well, maybe they did the goofiness on purpose. Well, I don't really care. Okay? Now, I know Five Nights at Freddy's is goofy, right? But when you're going to try to have some serious stuff in here, I mean, we're talking about dead kids here, right? We're talking about kids that are getting murdered. So there are definitely scenes and times where you want to get serious. That end battle, where the FNAF 1 animatronics come in and kill the toys and save the day, is one of the worst scenes I've ever seen, period, anywhere. When I watched this in the theater, when I watched that scene, when I heard Foxy do the dum 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 and kill Toy Bonnie, I wanted to leave. I did. I wanted to leave. I really did. I wanted to leave. They have like this stupid endgame portal scene, which is the best way I can describe it, where all the originals show up and they defeat the toy animatronics. Yeah! And then there's epic music playing. Oh, Abby, we came to save you. We're your friends. We came to save you. That is so stupid. Guys, it's stupid. It's dumb. It's so stupid. So stupid. Oh my god, guys. It's so dumb. I don't care how cool you think it is. It's stupid. It's not Five Nights at Freddy's. That's simple. It's not Five Nights at Freddy's. That's kind of the biggest problem I have with the movie, is it's not Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just a horror movie with Five Nights at Freddy's characters in it. It is not Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not. You can sit here and argue with me all day, but it's not. You can't, it's nowhere close to the original source material at all. And again, I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. I don't want the story to be the exact same as the games. But I sure as shit don't want the story that we were given. I really don't. Really. This was the part of the script that took you guys, I don't know, like 10 years to write. I don't want that. That's not something I want. No. No. I don't want that at all. No, I don't want that. Take it back to the drawing board. This got past the room of directors. This got past Scott Cawthon. Come on. It's so bad. That scene is horrible. Scene is horrible. It is. It's bad. It is. It's bad. It's a bad scene. It is a bad scene. It's bad. It's bad. If you like that scene, I guess power to you. But there is no one who could sit here and tell me with a straight face that scene where the animatronics come and kill the other animatronics toys, you cannot sit here and tell me that's Five Nights at Freddy's. Can't. You can't. The whole fear factor of these machines is that they are old, run down, and barely move. So when they do move, and it seems like they're teleporting across the pizzeria, that's the scary factor. That's the fear factor. The fact that these huge hulking machines can somehow seem to swiftly move throughout this building without making a sound. I mean, guys, do you know how heavy animatronics are, especially with a human body inside of it? We're talking hundreds of pounds here. We're talking stuff that could only be taken off on a dolly. These things, And don't even get me started on how they even got to the freaking house in the first place. How did they even get to the pizzeria or the Mike's house in the first place? Let's not even talk about that. So what's the deal? So what's the deal here? What's the deal? I don't understand. There's so many times in this movie where I'm just completely confused. It's just a bad Five Nights at Freddy's story. Maybe if it wasn't a Five Nights at Freddy's story, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. But it's a horrible Five Nights at Freddy's story. Now, see, I'm not someone, I don't, now this is like, I maybe have said this in a video or two. This is a hot take. I don't really like the book lore. I think it's kind of dumb. I think it's kind of out there. I think it's leaning too much into like Goosebumps. I don't really like it. It's a little too sci-fi for me. I don't like the sci-fi side of Freddy's. You guys could tell when I played Secret of the Mimic, I didn't really like the Secret of the Mimic. I didn't. And I'm not blinded by nostalgia. I'm not. You can sit here and argue with me all day. I'm not blinded by nostalgia. Not at all. I love Security Breach. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I love Security Breach. I do. I love that game. I mean, you're looking at the product of me liking that game right now. So I have no problem with the story direction that the newer games are starting to form, the barely string together one that it is. I don't mind it. I see potential in it. I can't stand Remnant. I can't stand the Mimic. It's that simple. Remnant is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in a story, period. Like, it's so bad. I cannot stand Remnant. Again, the whole the first 6 games, really, because you really can't tell Remnant is a thing in the last 2 or 3. It's about poltergeist. It's about ghost inhabiting objects, which, believe it or not, believe in ghost or not, is a thing that a lot of people believe, like Annabelle, for example. To be honest, there's no difference between Freddy Fazbear and Annabelle. If you really want to get down to it, it's about ghost inhabiting objects and using those objects as a vessel. That is what that is. That is the essential baseline character that is a ghost inhabiting an object. That is what that is. It's a lot like, actually, you know what? Actually, Annabelle is a decent comparison, but actually I would say the best comparison is the horror movie with the car in it. I can't believe I can't remember the name. But you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. It's a perfect example. It is a ghost inhabiting an object, but the object has significance to the soul. William Afton stuffing the kids' bodies in the suits and the souls inhabiting the suits makes poetic and story sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. It does. It makes sense. Well, obviously it's ghost, so it's not real. But it makes sense on why you can make the connection. You can see the connection there. Right? You can see the connection. And then the puppet helping them out is also poetic because it's a marionette pulling the strings. So that's poetic. It makes sense. It's a good story. It is a good story beat. Now, how does this have anything to do with the film? I'm just getting into the fact that I don't like some of the stuff. But again, I'm not blinded by nostalgia, guys. I'm not. Maybe I am. Maybe to you I am. But to me, I'm not. I will always love Five Nights at Freddy's. I am a die-hard Five Nights at Freddy's fan. This is the labor of my work right here. This should be more than enough example that I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I love this stupid series. I do. I will always buy the newest game, and I will always play it. I've played every single game multiple times. I've been here since 2014. I have been here since the beginning of everything. I have been with this series since I was a kid. I have been with this series for the longest parts of my life. I have been with this series. I have learned with this series. So, believe me, I wanted this movie to be amazing. I did. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I walked into the theater already sold. I was like, I'm going to love this. Maybe they're going to change some stuff. I'm still going to love it regardless. It was so bad that I couldn't even use my nostalgia goggles, and I could not get with this film. This film is bad. So, I'm going to wrap it up here because the video is getting pretty long, and I probably wrestled up a lot of jimmies. And I probably shouldn't even upload this, but I'm going to because it is my opinion. Again, it's my opinion, guys. At the end of the day, I hate to break it to you, no one's opinion matters. Because at the end of the day, you're going to believe what you want to believe. If you like this film, that's good on you. I'm glad that you can like something like this. I'm glad that it brings you joy. I am. I'm glad that it brings you guys joy. If you like this film, you love this film, it was so good. More power to you. I love this franchise. And to see what they did to Michael and the puppet and Golden Freddy and all of the souls that are now released, even though they should be released in FNAF 3 or FNAF Pizzeria Sim. Oh my god, that's so stupid. I'm not going to get into that. But, like I said, if you like this film, good for you. I'm glad that you liked it. I am. I'm glad that you liked it. But, I'm going to have my own opinion. And like I said, I probably even shouldn't upload this because it's probably going to piss a lot of people off. But again, I don't care. I'm going to give my opinion. I told you guys I was going to give my opinion. I'm going to give my opinion. When I was in the theater, I was like, man, I got to make a video. I promised them I was going to make a video review on this. I wasn't expecting it to be bad. I wasn't. I thought it was going to be great. I thought it was going to be amazing. Because the trailer is better than the freaking entire movie. That little scene where they switched out the puppet in the trailer and then put the ghost girl. Oh, man. I wish it would have been like the trailer. I wish the puppet would have been like that. I wish it was. It's not. It's not. So, I already said this, but what are my final thoughts? The movie's bad. The characters are poorly written. The line delivery is stupid. I didn't even really get into the line delivery. That one stupid scene where Mike says, hang on, Vanessa. I know where I can find some help. And then he goes to the pizzeria and tries to get the original to come help him. That is like on the exact same bar as the Fantastic Four movie. It's fantastic. Say that again. Fantastic Four. That's our name. It's on the same exact level. Argue with the wall. It's the exact same line. It's pretty much the exact same line. Like, you know how everyone makes fun of like, oh, we are Freddy Fazbear. We are Five Nights at Freddy's. That's the kind of stuff that's in this movie. This is a series about dead kids, by the way. This is a series about a guy going crazy because he lost his son, and murdering people and kids for no reason other than just sick satisfaction. Again, this series is goofy. I don't mind when it gets goofy, but I want it to be serious when it needs to be serious. It can't be goofy throughout the entire time. I can guarantee they're going to try to make Five Nights at Freddy's 3 a super serious, story-driven movie, and I can guarantee it's probably going to be just as bad as this one. Because everything poetic that is supposed to be poetic and finale-like in FNAF 3 has already been ruined in this film. Michael isn't going to be like he's supposed to be. The souls are freed. It's just not. It's not. Guys, it's not. It's not good. It's not good. And like I said, I wanted this movie to be good so bad. And it's just not. So, again, I hope you guys have your own opinion. If you like the movie, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, it doesn't matter. Because you're going to have your own opinion at the end of the day. And if you decide that maybe you don't want to follow me around anymore, or if you don't want to look or watch any of my stuff, I don't know what, it's okay. You can do what you want. It's a free world. Some areas. It's a free world. You can do what you want. Believe what you want. It's 2025. We can do whatever, pretty much ever we want now. So, if you disagree, disagree. If you don't. But I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things. Because I want this series to be good. I want what's best for this series. I want nothing good. If I could go back right now, and if I could enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and like it, I would. But I'm just telling y'all the truth. It's not a good film. And I know everyone's complaining that the Rotten Tomato scores and stuff like that, and oh, this movie's made for the fans, not the critics. If you're a fan and you think this is Five Nights at Freddy's, I don't know what to say, to be truthful, because it's not Five Nights at Freddy's. It is a Five Nights at Freddy's adjacent, kind of like a alternate reality Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just a bad film. It's just bad. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this because I've seen a lot of people enjoy it. But again, if you enjoy it, that's fine by you. I hope you enjoyed it. I did not like this film. I will not be giving it a rewatch. And it has left a bad impression on where this series is going, especially where the FNAF 3 movie is going. I can probably tell you I might not even go see FNAF 3 in theaters now, because now I know where the story's going. So I might not even go see it. I might just wait for it to come out on streaming. So yeah, guys, no hate towards anyone in this video. I haven't mentioned anyone, but I don't want anyone to bully anybody. I don't want anyone to start an argument. I don't want anyone to attack anyone. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's community, so let's not take it super duper serious, okay? So, I love you guys. Good, cool videos are coming down the pipeline. I'm about to start a new series on the channel of me drawing my characters. These guys right here on an iPad that I will be getting very soon. I'm on the design phase right now. I'm going to fair warn you, I'm not really that good at drawing, but I think I owe you guys a good rendition of what the characters in my universe look like. I'm even considering remaking FNAF 1 through 6. Even though I never made Pizzeria Sim, I'm reconsidering remaking a lot of those locations because a lot of them are outdated, and I kind of want to build my own little lore. So, but yeah, that's all with me. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have an opinion, you know what? Let me know in the comments. Say, well, you know what, Pizza Time Rockers, I think you're wrong. I think I like this part of the movie. I think I have a different opinion than yours. And you know what? I ain't gonna argue with you in the comments, because guess what? If you're watching the video, I love you. I love every single one of you guys. Every single one of you guys that sometimes leave a comment, every like, especially on the TikTok. I love every single person who comments on my TikToks. I love you guys so much. I wouldn't ever in a million years expect anyone to even like any of the stuff that I would ever make on YouTube. So I'm very grateful. So I don't want to, turn anyone away. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I'm going to tell you guys what I think of the film, because this is a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 review slash. But yeah, so I love you guys. More videos coming down the pipeline, I promise. And Speech Time Rockers out. See you later.